What'd you say you played?
Folk songs.
Folk songs.
We have an affection for traditional American music in general, and that's the music that preceded the folk revival and music that followed the period that we made this specific movie about. So there's all that. But there was also a point in which I think we were just kicking around ideas, and we thought a folk singer, specifically Dave Van Ronk. I don't know why he came to mind, but wouldn't it be interesting to see Dave Van Ronk being beaten up outside of Gertie's Folk City in the Village in 1961?
Yeah, we had an interesting casting challenge in that it was a movie written about one character, the fictional character, the centerpiece of the movie, who's in every scene, every frame of the movie. But we also knew that we wanted to see him perform. He's a musician. We wanted it to be about the movie to be about that, performance, about an artist. We wanted to see him actually perform songs. So we wanted to, we were looking for a suitable actor and a credible musician, which is hard to find in combination. And we were starting to think, well, that person might not exist. The one person, the performer who can give us both of those things.
I was able to get in for an audition. I met Ellen, who's a casting director, and I came in for her and did a couple of the scenes, and then went home and recorded "Hang Me," which is the Van Ronk version of an old folk song that they were having, I think, a lot of people sing and put on tape. And I did that. I recorded it, spent like 4 hours recording it, 4 or 5 hours, just did like 30 different versions of it, until I finally felt like, okay, this one's decent, and sent it in, and then the Coens saw that and asked me to come in for an audition for them. And I came in, and just in case, I learned a couple other of Dave's songs. I learned Big Song and a couple of... I finally got the call. Joel called me, which was a great way to find out, which was really just kind of goes to his personality, just how kind he is, and said that they wanted to do the movie with me.
I think when I read the script, I hadn't come across the character. I said this to Joel the other day. I hadn't played or read a character where I had more than 2 lines of dialogue strung together. So that was kind of new. We had this whole scene in Washington Square Park for a character I've played over the last couple of years, and so I just loved how witty she was, and how unkind she was, and brutal, and the writing was so brilliant. I don't ever really tend to study the picture as a whole. Like I always walk into things based on a couple of factors, and it's usually directors and the character, and obviously the people I got to work with are amazing.
I got a phone call from Joel Coen via Scott, and he said that he and Ethan were working on a new film, and that there was a supporting role in there that they thought I would be really funny. When you talk about being in a Coen Brothers movie, you don't even think... I'd be lying if I said it was a dream of mine, because I think you tend to dream in some sort of reality where you think that was possible. So it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and that was that. It just came out of nowhere for me. So I was obviously really flattered and.